Good morning to all of you. So yesterday we are seeing Bohr's radius R equal to n square by z into 0.59 angstrom. That is the general equation. Bohr's radius. So Bohr's radius is directly proportional to n square, 1 square, 2 square, 4, 3 square, etc. So they are not equally spaced. For first orbit of hydrogen atom, n equal 1 and z equal 1, you are getting R equal to 0.529 angstrom. That is called Bohr's radius. So second part is velocity of electron in Bohr's orbits. Velocity of electron in Bohr's orbit. This can be taken from the second equation, which might be R equal to NH by 2. So V is equal to NH divided by 2 pi R. You have to substitute the value of R from the previous general equation of R. But R ka value, that you have to remember, the value of R is n square divided by 4 pi square and kz square. Please remember this value is n square divided by 4 pi square and kz square. Value you have to substitute. The value of R is substituted in the equation V equal to NH by 2 pi R. So we get velocity in different parameters. Substituting the value of R in this equation, velocity is equal to NH divided by 2 pi into R square values n square divided by 4 pi square and kz square. Simplify the values, we are getting V is equal to 1 by n into 2 pi by h. So what we are getting kz square. On simplification, we are getting this one 1 upon n 2 pi by h kz square. 2 pi constant, h constant, k 1 by 4 by 2 and e square. Substituting the constant values, and we are remaining with only z and n variable. So keeping them separately, z by n, substituting all other values, and this will be equal to. So keeping z by n separately, and we are keeping all other things together. Anjal, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So z by n. So 2 pi by h k in square when you calculate, we are getting this value as c by velocity upon 137. Where c stands for 3 into the power of 8. So this is the general equation for calculating the velocity of any particular electron in orbit after substituting. V equal to z by n, z upon 137. Z by 37, 137, we are getting 5 by h k square to n. So if you want to get the velocity of the orbit of, that means from the first orbit of hydrogen atom, z equal to 1. For hydrogen atom, z equal to 1 first orbit, n equal to 1. Then the velocity of electron in the first orbit of hydrogen atom is c divided by 137. C number 8 divided by 137 meter per second. This is 2.2 into 10 to the power 6 meter per second. So this is the velocity of the electron in the first orbit of hydrogen atom, 2.2 into 10 to the power 6. So we can exactly calculate the velocity. Not visible. The 2.2 into 10 to the power of 6 meter per second velocity. For hydrogen atom, Z equal to 1, first orbit, N equal to 1, C upon 137. 10 to the power 8 upon 137, that is 2.10 to the power 6 meter per second. So this is the velocity of electron in the first orbit of atom. Similarly, you can calculate for second orbit. Second orbit also you can calculate. Second orbit value, you have to put by divided by 2. Second orbit electron value will be divided by 2, so it will be equal to 1.1 into the power of 6 meter per second. So this is equation is also applicable for hydrogen, like. So this is the first important equation for radius, also known length and velocity coming. First orbit radius is 0.529 angstrom. Any other radius n square by z into 0.529. The orbits are not equally spaced. Velocity p equal to z by n, c by 137. C by 137 value is 2.2 into the 6 meter per second. Suppose if you want to find out what is the frequency of revolution of electron, point number 3, frequency of revolution of electron. How to calculate frequency? Frequency of revolution of electron in any Bohr's orbit, stationary orbit. Suppose R is the radius of the orbit and V equal to R omega equation, where omega is the angular velocity, which is equal to pi m. So V equal to R into 2 pi m. Frequency of revolution is divided by pi r. Here two parameters are there, V and R. V equation just now we are saying that it is n by z into c by 137, and R equation is n square by z. Okay, n square by z into 0.529 for any current. Z by n. So for first orbit, you can substitute that. Suppose you want to find out the frequency in the first orbit. Frequency of revolution of electron in the first orbit. So what is the velocity? Frequency of first orbit. Equal value c by 137, that is 2 pi. R value of 0.59 x 0.59. Simplify the value, you will get in drop of 15, and this is 6.62. 6.62 into 10 to the 15. So you can calculate the frequency of revolution of electron in any Bohr's orbit. Two general equations are given to you. Radius equation, velocity equation will have, and frequency you can calculate accordingly. Next, very important is what is the energy of electron in any stable orbit? Very, very, very important. Energy of electron in both orbits. Total energy of electron in both orbits. Very important point. Very, very important. Electron possesses kinetic energy because of its velocity and potential energy because of its position from the nucleus. The total energy is equal to kinetic energy plus potential energy. Total energy of electron in its orbit is because of its velocity, kinetic energy, and because of the position is kinetic potential. So what is kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is half mv square. So how to calculate half mv square? For that, we use this equation mv square by r equal to 1 by 4 by 0. This is the centrifugal force is 1 by attractive force between electron and the nucleus. One r will be cancelling from this equation. mv square by r. So mv square will be equal to 1 by 4 epsilon 0 we write k z square divided by. So therefore half mv square. So half mv square is between half megaton k z square divided by 2. Therefore kinetic energy is half mv square is equal to k z square divided by 2. Very important relation. Same equation is applicable for Rutherford also. Rutherford, according to Rutherford, same equation we have written mv squared by r equal to k z squared by r square. So that equation also energy, whether it is Bohr or Rutherford, this equation was same. So k z squared by 2r kinetic energy. What about the potential energy? Potential energy is because of the position. Charges are there, then potential energy is 1 by 4 epsilon 2 1 divided by distance between them. And what is the electron here? Which is negative charge and which is the nucleus which is having the Z. So what is the potential energy of electron in presence of the nucleus? It is potential energy is equal to 1 by 4 epsilon 0 k divided by Q1 is minus P. The charge of the nucleus Z divided by distance is R. So potential energy is coming as negative minus k Z square divided by R. Equation number 2. Very important. Same equation. Kinetic energy and potential energy equation same way. Even for Rutherford, what is the energy? Same equation to be applied. Negative potential energy is negative because electron is bound by the attractive force minus kz square by r. So what is the total energy? Total energy is equal to sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. So total energy of electron in the power density is given by kinetic energy and therefore total energy. Kinetic energy is kz square divided by 2r and potential energy is minus kz square divided by r. एक में denominator 2r है, दूसरा में denominator is r only. One is plus, another is minus. Half minus 1. What will be this value? Kz square divided by 2r minus kz square divided by r. Half minus 1. Half minus 1 is minus half. So total energy is equal to minus kz square divided by 2. This is the total energy equation number 3. You can see two energies are here negative. कौन सा energy negative में? Jasmine. कौन सा energy negative में दिख रहा है?
Total energy and potential energy.
Okay, the total energy is also negative, means that finally electron is attracted by the nucleus and it is remaining in the nucleus. Total energy is negative and potential energy is negative. And just see comparative study of their values. A minus k z square divided by 2r and look at the kinetic energy. K z square by 2r, magnitude not the same. Kinetic energy magnitude is same as total energy magnitude, but total energy negative sign. Now look at the potential energy. What difference you see in this equation? इस सब में नीचे 2r है, इसमें 2 नहीं है. So potential energy का magnitude is 2 times that of kinetic energy है, but of negative sign. So if any energy is given to you, you can calculate the other energy many times repeated to both questions. So what I am going to write here. So this is the total energy. Total energy is very important. So what you can see that here total energy is magnitude of total energy is kinetic energy. Total energy negative में है, potential energy भी negative में है, magnitude of total energy same as kinetic energy. What about potential energy? Potential energy is 2 times kinetic energy. Potential energy is also negative. If any one energy is given to you, you can find out the energies of others. I am giving an example. Is a good question. Suppose you can write this in the copy also. Energy of an electron, any one orbit is given as minus, so total energy is given to you, minus 3.41 electron volts. Total energy of an electron orbit is minus 3.41 electron volt. What is the value of what is the kinetic energy and potential energy? Kinetic energy is magnitude of total energy is equal to 3.41 electron volt itself. What about the potential energy? Potential energy is magnitude of potential energy 2 times or minus 2 times kinetic energy. It is minus 2 into 3.141 electron volt. That is equal to minus 6.82 electron volt. If any one energy is given to you, you can calculate the energy of the other one. Very, very important. Now, in this equation, so the same equation can be used also for Rutherford. But what is the value of R? Now, I am going to replace the R by incorporating the Bohr's value. Bohr second postulate MBR equal to NH by 2 pi V. I use that. So, what is the general equation for the radius? N square H square divided by 4 pi square M K Z E square value I am going to substitute. So, we get general equation of energy involving many parameters. So, next is total energy in terms of different parameters. Total energy in front of you, it is equal to this equation. These are very, very important points. Substitute the value of R in this equation. General equation. The value of R that is given to you as 2 pi, general equation is. But R by equation N square H square divided by 4 pi square and K Z square. This is the general equation of R and you have to substitute the value of R in this equation because we are the total energy in different parameters. The total energy is given by minus K Z square divided by 2 into N square H square divided by 4 pi square and K Z square. Total energy of an orbit, that is written as E equal to. Simplify and see the value. क्या value मिल रहा है? एक 2 cancel हो रहे हैं वहाँ पे. यहाँ पे 2 cancel हो रहे हैं. तो 2 pi square ऊपर जाएंगे and K से D square सब ऊपर जाएंगे. When it goes on the top, यहाँ पे K के साथ K square बनेगा, Z के साथ Z square बनेगा, E square के साथ E square बनेगा, e to the power 4. So it will be minus and value is equal to 2 pi square m. K into K square, Z into Z, Z square, E square, E square, e to the power 4 divided by n square, h square. So this is the equation for energy in any orbits according to Bohr. Equation याद रखना पड़ेगा. Except the variable. Variables यहाँ पे है. That is Z and N square. Except that बाकी सारे constants हैं. You can substitute the constant. Substituting the values of all the constant, leaving Z and N square there. Energy is negative minus Z square divided by N square. Calculate all this value. We get this is 13.6 electron volt. Converting electron volt. Comes again last equation to learn कर सकता है. E equal to minus h square upon n square into 13.6 electron volt. I think you are not familiar with this value, 13.6 electron volt. So याद होगा. For hydrogen atom, so this is the energy equation. This equation can be used and it is very important. We use it later for explaining spectral series. Rydberg formula. यहाँ से निकाल देते. So this equation we use it again. It's the simplified format. Z square over again is n square. That is 13.6 electron volt. For hydrogen atom and for first orbit n equal to 1. But the energy you can say that first orbit energy is minus Z square by h square 1. 13.6 electron. For hydrogen atom, first orbit energy is minus 13.6 electron volt. Second, hydrogen atom, you can say that Z equal to 1. हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम्स के लिए भी यूज कर सकते हैं, दैट इज व्हाई वी कैरी फॉरवर्ड द वैल्यू z there. हाइड्रोजन लाइक एटम्स के लिए भी दिस इक्वेशन कैन बी यूज्ड. हीलियम लिथियम तक यूज कर सकते हैं इक्वेशन, सम न्यूमेरिकल्स आर देयर, एनसीईआरटी यूज कर सकते हैं. And what about the energies of different orbits? You can calculate this values. You have to remember. What is the energy of the first orbit? I think all of you can remember this value, minus 13.6 electron volt for hydrogen atom. For hydrogen atom, what are the energy levels of other one? So 2, 3 values. So energy of hydrogen, that score is 1, so it will be 1 upon n square into that 2.6 electron. N equal to 1, first orbit energy, minus 13.6 electron. N equal to second orbit energy equal to minus 13.6 n square 2 square 4 electron. This value is equal to minus 3.4 1 electron volt electron. And n equal to 3 is the value minus 13.65 n square 9 electron volt. This is equal to minus 1.51 electron volts. And n equal to 4. E4 is equal to minus 13.6 divided by 16 electron volts is equal to minus 0.85 electron volt. When n equal to infinity, E infinity is equal to 0. ये कम से कम इतना वैल्यूज तो याद होना चाहिए. इसमें से आयनाइजेशन एनर्जी, आयनाइजेशन पोटेंशियल कैन बी कैलकुलेटेड. एग्जामिनेशन में कैलकुलेट करने के लिए टाइम नहीं लगेगा. First orbit minus 13.6, second orbit minus 3.4, third orbit minus 1.51, and fourth orbit minus 0.85, etc., etc., infinity to 0. So these are the different energies of Bohr's orbit. Very important equation. So you can see that energy of atom is least, and that is equal to largest negative value, that is when n equal to 1. So the state of lowest energy level is called ground state of an atom. N equal to 1, we call it as ground state. Baki sab exercise, as n increases, the value of negative energy decreases. That is, the energy is progressively larger in the outer orbit, and total energy in outer orbit is greater than inner orbit. So this is the important point in this section. So you can draw an energy level diagram showing discrete values of energy along y-axis. Energy level diagram. Energy level diagram showing the discrete energies. No equal separation is not known. N equal to 1, so we start from here minus 13.6 electron. Next value we are getting it as 3.4, this is right here. N equal to 2. Next one, N equal to 3, it is minus 1.4, it's cross constant, minus 1.51 electron. You see the energy levels, energy values. 3. Then 4, it is 0.85. N equal to 4. Minus 0.85 electron. Then N equal to 2. So energy level as you go up and up, you're close by, all right. Initially N equal to 1, minus 13.6 के बाद फिर 3.4. This is called energy level. N equal to 1, we call it as ground state. N equal to 2, 3, 4, etc., we call it excited state. If you give energy from outside, electron can go from inner orbit to the outer. From then outer to inner they can come. If they are coming from outer to inner, the difference in energy levels will be radiated in the form of electromagnetic waves. That is called original spectral lines. Atom ko excite karo and leave it. It gives you electromagnetic waves in the range of Lemon series, Balmer series, etc. from hydrogen atom. So that is the next point we are going to discuss. Line spectrum of hydrogen. origin of spectral series. So next point is origin of spectral series of hydrogen atom. Origin of spectral series. So according to Bohr, when electrons come from an outer orbits of high energy to inner orbit after an excitation. After excitation, electron goes to excited state, upper level, outer orbit. After that, it comes down. Then the difference in the energy level, you can calculate the energies now. And that will be remaining energy, that difference in the energy, E2 minus E1 will be radiated in the form of electromagnetic wave, E2 minus E1 equal to h nu. So what type of wavelength and in which region that we can recognize? Some are in the UV region, some are in the IR region, some are in the visible. So that is next point, origin of spectral series of hydrogen. Again, very important one. Origin of spectral lines or spectral series of hydrogen. We are getting different spectra. That means wavelength we are getting in the UV region, visible in X. The spectral lines, spectral series or spectral lines of hydrogen origin. So atom is excited, you are giving energy, then it goes to excited level. When an excited atom comes from outer orbit to inner orbit, the difference in the energy E2 minus E1 will be emitted in the form of electromagnetic wave. E2 minus E1. So E2 minus E1 is equal to H. E2 stands for outer orbit and E1 stands for inner orbit. Inner orbit you can take it as R1, outer orbit you can take it as R2. General equation for energy, just now we are in a general equation. General equation of energy is net energy equal to minus. So general equation is minus pi square and k square z square or divided by x square h square. This is the equation. This equation you have to remember minus 2 pi square and k square z square equal to h square h square is the general equation. E2, so what is E2 and E1? E2 and E1 we recognize the radius, so R1 for N1 inner orbit, R2 for N2, two different radius. So here we change by N. So E2 will be equal to minus 2 pi square and k square z square e to the power 4 divided by N2 square h square. That is another change. Only N is changing for outer orbit. So energy of inner orbit E1 is equal to minus 2 pi square and k square z square e to the power 4 divided by N1 square h square. Only we are changing this. And substitute the value here E2 minus E1. E2 minus E1 equal to H. That is E2 here and E1 in this. Common things can be taken outside. What things are common? Except N1 and N2, all things are common that can be taken outside. So substitute these values in this equation. We get Rydberg formula for that. Like for explaining the spectral series. So E2 minus E1 here, these values are substituted here. E2 minus E1 is equal to H1. The value are to substitute and we will get the spectral series. That is the one, some term is left there. Origin of spectral series and some numericals are left in this part. I will continue in the next class and thank you. These are very, very important points. Also learn this. Thank you.